child-rearing around the world boasts a wide variety of customs and mores.
Stop eating them boogers!
In Africa, they have a saying, it takes a village to raise a child. But for the tribe of the Upper East Side of Manhattan, it takes just one person. The nanny. It is a comedy, but it's also, I think, a slice of life story about American youth. Hey, little man, you remember me?
Yes, and I hate you!
I love the way that they put this movie together. It's lighthearted and funny.
Is that caffeinated? Mommy doesn't use caffeine.
That's because Mommy sleeps till noon.
It's a nice coming-of-age story. I think it's just something that everyone will relate to.
It's got this kind of urban fairy tale quality to it.
Background action and action.
Join us as we go on location and behind the scenes with the cast and crew of the new romantic comedy, The Nanny Diaries.
You're a nanny?
Based on the best-selling novel and starring Scarlett Johansson, Laura Linney, Alicia Keys, and Chris Evans.
And umbrella. Up. Cut.
The nanny story is kind of a genre. Of course, the classic example is, Mary Poppins and The Sound of Music. So we wanted to capture a little bit of that magic that those films had.
This is a story about a young girl who's trying to find her way in society and is kind of lost.
Whoa!
Hello there.
Oh, God. Thank you so much. You just averted a minor disaster.
The woman featured here is, in fact, a perfect female specimen from the Upper East Side clan. For the purpose of this case study, we'll just call her Mrs. X.
Let me apologize for my feral son.
Oh, no need to apologize. Please, I love kids. I'm Annie.
You're a nanny. Actually, I just lost my nanny. Oh, my God. Are you employed?
No, unfortunately, I...
Fabulous. Look, here is my card. Please.
This opportunity presents itself and she can't pass it up. It's a way to completely ignore all of her problems.
My grandmother worked as a domestic, so we wouldn't have to. And here you are, fresh out of college, voluntarily taking a nanny gig? I think Lynette is the one person that kind of gives it to Annie straight and says, what are you doing? Kind of makes her think about what's going on so that there's a voice of reason.
Dear Nanny, welcome on board. Please make yourself at home. Nanny? What are you doing? This is your room.
Oh, very sweet.
The environment that she throws herself into is really culture shock.
Nanny, in the morning, I need you to stop at Tiffany's and pick up Mr. X's watch. Then I need you to Xerox some recommendation letters for Grayer's collegiate application. Dry cleaning. The thing about Mrs. X being so absent and yet so controlling is that in her mind she's doing absolutely everything right. But she's basically terrified of her own child. Terrified. Look, it is yoga hour and Mommy is on the phone.
Grayer's a brat at the beginning, and at the end he mellows out. That was your baby dog! Stroller! I am not letting go until you open the door!
Pardon me. I think this belongs to Grayer.
Thank you.
You're welcome. By the way, my name...
Since my job required a vow of chastity, it was essential that I avoided all intimacies, especially first names. For the purpose of this field diary, let's just call him Harvard Hottie.
Well, the first time he meets her, they have a nice little interaction, but she has to keep him at bay because she has to focus on her nanny duties.
She's in between a rock and a hard place, really, because on one hand, she's losing her life, she's losing her summer, she's losing her youth, and on the other hand, she kind of falls in love with Grayer.
I'm not allowed to go on the west side, that's a rule.
Well, today just happens to be Break the Rules Day.
When I met her for the first time, I knew it had to be Scarlett. It's just a great role for her. She's really funny. She's a really great physical comedian. And anytime we had to do anything physical, she had us all cracking up.
She's amazing just as an actress. So anytime you can spar with someone who is so talented, it's only going to up your game. Hey, I want to know why you threw my flowers away. Found them in the stairwell.
I didn't throw them away, okay? My lunatic employer did. And if you don't get out of here right now, she's gonna throw me out too, okay?
Not until you agree to see me.
What? This has got to stop.
Come on, one date. That's all I'm asking you.
Fine. Okay, after work on Thursday. Go. It's great to work with Chris. He's a happy-go-lucky guy, quite like his character, and it's, you know, the only problem is that he's a Red Sox fan, which causes some dispute.
Oh my God! We have to go right now.
Why? Because the guy I told you about is here. I adore Alicia. She's a real Spitfire girl, and everybody's always in such good spirits when she's around.
I've always loved acting. I've loved the process. I love the way you turn into somebody else. And I love having the opportunity to express myself in different ways.
Nick Art, he's fantastic. He's really good. And he's a real kid, which is nice. And he comes across like a real kid when he acts, which is great.
I lost some teeth, so they gave me this.
When I first met Nick, I really recognized something in him that was familiar. He's a regular kid, but when it comes time to film, he's amazingly focused, and I think I felt a kinship to him immediately.
Scarlett was a lot of fun, and like if she finished knowing her lines and I didn't know mine, she let me see my lines.
What's wrong? Why don't you shake your booty?
I have to make a duty.
I don't know what's gotten into her lately. I installed a nanny cam.
Aha! Okay, lady, I'll give you Nanny's Gone Wild. I believe this videotape shows her feeding my child peanut butter and jelly directly from the jar.
Heads up, lady. Try smiling once in a while. People hate you.
The teddy bear has been compromised.